All right, we made it, and it is so cold here. I don't know what the degrees is. And then we went and looked at houses, and all right, heading down for the interview. But when we got to Dallas, they canceled our connecting flight. Good morning. It is now Wednesday. It has been crazy. When we were in Kansas, I did like some filming, but I did not do a lot of talking just because everything was so crazy. So, let's start at the very beginning. So we arrived there on Saturday. We left here actually at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So we actually got there like 5 or so at the airport. And then we flew out of Roswell, so which takes us to Dallas and then on to Wichita, which is where we flew into. So, but I mean, like I have some footage there, so here's that. And it is so cold here. I don't know what the degrees is. You can say it was like 20. I don't know. It's not activated yet. Okay. So, and the plane ride over here, Rudy said it was not bad, but it got like really freaky at one point when they had a whole bunch of turbulence, and it was really scary. Let me set you guys down. But we are now heading to Emporia, and so as soon as we get going, and we're like got out our jackets and everything because it's like so cold. Let's see what it says. It still hasn't updated. What's the temperature?
22.
22 degrees. So my watch hasn't updated yet.
So I don't. Oh, maybe, is your door not closed?
Maybe, I don't know.
Can I get 2 number 5s? Yes.
Okay.
Both medium with curly fries.
I'm gonna get a picture of you eating. I'll just like cover you up. But I said yes, and I'm like, dude. And there was one point where when we got there, we went actually to my sister's. My sister has a salon there, so we went to her shop. And so if you're ever in Emporia and you want to get your hair cut, go to E-Clips. It's an E and then the word clips, like. So we went to her shop, hung out there for a little bit. We actually had to meet our realtor right after that, so we met with him, but we didn't have to meet with him until like 2 o'clock or something. I can't remember what time. Maybe it was 1 o'clock. I can't remember exactly the time. I think it was 2 o'clock. And so we came in and we still had like a half hour or so left. So that's why we stopped by my sister's place, or her shop, for a little bit. And then we went and looked at houses, and we had, I think, 6 or 8 houses we were looking at. So we looked at a whole bunch of them, and they started out really bad. It was very discouraging, because it was a couple houses that online, they looked awesome. We were like, oh, I really want this house. I really want this house. And we went and looked at them, and we're like, no, we don't want this house. This house is crap. It was a dump. They were horrible. They were just horrible houses. They were just, So we went through several. We weren't really like set on any of those at all. Like we kind of like, they were right. Like we just really didn't have the feelings that we wanted. So then we moved on, and we went home. We went out to this place called Casa Ramos. That's where we ate at. And because like by then it was like 6 o'clock by this point. And then we went back to my sister's house. I might have drank a little too much margaritas, but they were good. And we went back to my sister's house. I was up till like midnight talking to her and everything. And then Sunday we got up and we met with our realtor again on Sunday. So there was a couple new houses that we wanted to look at. And there was like 1 or 2 that were out of our price range. But we were like, he was like, I'm pretty sure you might be able to get them down to your price range. If, you know, so let's just take a look. So we're like, okay. So we looked at a couple of them, and there was 2 houses that I really liked. One of them had basement issues. The other one was just out of our price range, and it had some other issues. Like the windows needed to be, they started replacing some of the windows, but there was some that still needed to be replaced. So, but it was out of our price range. So we were kind of like, oh, I don't know. So on Sunday, what we did was we planned to, then we went to my mom's house too, because my mom, now lives out there. So we went to my mom's house too. And then we went out and ate at this place called Bruff's. And so all places I used to eat at when I lived there. But so then we planned to go back. So like at this point we were like, okay, we look at these houses. I think there was another one that we went to that was like 10 minutes out of town at this other little small town that's outside of town. And so we decided, okay, so these are the houses that we liked, and these are the ones we want to go look at again. And then there was another one that was right around the corner from my sister's house that was a for sale by owner. So finally our agent was able to get a hold of them, and we set up a time to meet with them. So it comes around to Sunday. Oh no, this is Monday. Monday I was getting ready for my job interview and all that fun stuff. And let me go ahead and show you some of that footage. And Sarah's messy house. That's it. That's my outfit. All right, heading down for that interview. And that should be, it's at 11:10. It's only like 10:40 right now, 10:45. Crap, we left a little later than I thought we were going to. But I haven't been vlogging very much. We've been like super crazy and busy and looking at houses and stuff, which we have it narrowed down now to 2 houses. So we're gonna go look at those again at 2:30 today. So I'll probably take you guys along with me on this one. Before we narrow it down, I don't know yet. It's so confusing. Buying houses are hard. So. After my job interview, I don't know, it was so hard to read. Each of the groups were so different. So I don't think it was as strong in the beginning as I was at the end. But all the questions were kind of similar. There was a couple like ones they threw in there that were like, okay, I was not expecting this question. But I just stayed true to myself, and, if I didn't know something, I would just tell them. I wasn't sure about that. But overall, I think they went think they went well. The only issue was that they already have 5 elementary teachers that they're trying to find places for that are in the schools currently. So I'm not really sure what's happening with that because that's not my business. So, but I was told that when I left. After I did them all, they took about an hour, and we rotated around. And some groups I had 3 principals and assistant principals. Some of them I had 2. So it just depended on who I had going on. I think my last one was the best, but that was the one with the principal that I kind of already knew because I did my student teaching with them. So, I'm hoping that's the one that has the first grade position that I wanted. So, hoping that turns into something. I don't know. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm on a waiting game right now, just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm hoping that something comes up soon because it's starting to get scary. So one house we'll call the Garfield house, one we'll call Whittier. Okay, and then there's the for sale by owner. So we looked at Garfield again, and Garfield we knew had some structural issues down in the basement, like there was some leaking happening. So we were like kind of planning that we would offer low and like super low, and so we can trench out the whole basement and have the whole basement redone again. So that was our ultimate, like, because we loved the rest of the house. The rest of the house was so nice, except for there was some issues with, like, they use asbestos, like, installation-y type stuff, like around the pipes and things. So that would have to be removed. So we were looking at, like, all these little details. The house is an older house from, like, the 1950s, so we knew that there was going to be some little issues going on. But when we went back and looked at the Whittier house again, that was when we were like, I think this is going to be our first pick. So it is out of our price range. We're hoping we can get them down. And then we went and looked at the for sale by owner house, and that one there is really funny because it's like the backyard comes across my sister's backyard. So we're like right by each other. So it'd be kind of cool. We could put they already have a gate in their yard, but we can put a gate at the end of ours so we can like go over to each other's houses that way. I don't know. So, but that one there, the layout of that house is exactly the same as the layout as my sister's house, so it was kind of strange. That's where we're at right now. So we're waiting on, so we have, those are our 3. We have Whittier's first, for sale by owner, and then if it comes down to it, we can look at the Garfield house. And then we had to get up early the next morning because it was getting ready to start snowing, and we wanted to get to Wichita and get on the plane, which there was no snow in Wichita really. But when we got to Dallas, they canceled our connecting flight. And there's only like 2 flights that fly out of Wichita or out of Dallas to Roswell. So we had to wait until 10 o'clock at night. So we sat in the airport forever, it felt like. And we ate dinner there and we were just walking around. It was just exhausting. So by the time I got home, it was already almost 12 o'clock at night. And so I'm like really tired. And yeah, so because I had to get up at 5:30 this morning and come to work. So that's all of that. Caught you guys up. I don't know how much footage I have, but I'm gonna spend some time because it's like 7:11 right now. I have duty today, so I have to go through all the sub stuff that they had. It looks like none of the stuff that was supposed to go home went home, which is kind of disappointing because I left a big pile that says, please make sure all this goes home right next to the sub plans. So, and they did not go home. But one thing I did enjoy, which I gave them tons of work, but says also they had free time today because they behaved so well. And I'm like, awesome. That is very exciting to hear. So I'm gonna go through the sub stuff that I have, just to kind of figure out where they're at. I did, if you guys are interested, hit up your local Target. I got these games. I bought them before. I have Pop for IC20 and Pop for Numbers. Those are the only two my store had. 90 cents a piece. Couldn't go wrong there. So if you're lucky, you can get out there and get those. But so one more thing I forgot to mention. As I was sitting in the airport waiting for, as we were sitting in the airport forever, you know, for our layover and waiting for our plane to arrive at 10 o'clock at night, I did get a call from another school that I applied at, another district. So they're running my references right now, and then they want to do like a Skype interview, or if I'm in town when they decide to do interviews again, then we will just do the interview then. So I just wanted to share that with you guys too. I totally forgot that, I don't know how I did, but it was funny because they called and they're like, they left a message for us. I didn't recognize the phone number, so I was like, I'm not gonna answer this. So I didn't answer it, and then it was the principal over at the elementary school at another town that's like 10 minutes away from Emporia, so it's not like a huge deal. And they were like, I was like trying to call somewhere where it was quiet, but you know when you're in an airport, it's like, there's a bunch of noise going on, there's a bunch of people, so I tried to get the quietest place, but of course, as soon as I got on the phone, they decided to page over the intercom. Okay, so it is now 2:50. And I've just been sitting here getting some stuff done for next week. I have this, which I don't have the cover to it, but I have this packet that I have of like graphing materials, and so we're doing graphing next week. I think it's next week. And so I got stuff ready for that. I just got a thing from, my face looks really red, from the Kansas State Department of Ed, and they're like, we don't have your years of experience from the state that you're at. And I'm like, I did that like way back in December. And so I just sent another message over to our school district being like, hey, just checking on this because they're claiming they don't have it. The lady said she will check with it tomorrow. So hopefully we'll find out something. And apparently they need a copy of my license, but I thought I sent a copy of my license, but I need to check in. It's not like a hard thing. It's super easy to email. I just got to make a scan of it and send it to them. So I'll do that. And then, but yeah, I was just kind of like, oh, that's what you guys have been waiting on. Like, because I've been wondering why it hasn't been processed yet. And I was getting ready to call to find out, like, what are you guys waiting on? Like, what's taking so long? Hopefully that will get them going in the rest of the way. But I haven't heard anything from any jobs yet, so I'm just kind of chilling and waiting. It's probably a little early, but I'm all excited and waiting for it. I'm exhausted though. Like, getting home at 12 o'clock at night and then not going to bed till probably like 1 or something, like, it is horrible. And I get up at 5:30 to get to work, so it's not great. So I'm like super tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably close out for this vlog. So I hope you like what you saw. Thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on any of my social medias listed down below. And see you next time. Bye.